Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So it has been a long time coming, but I'm back today with another TBR and TBW video. So I know the last time I did this was actually for the month of October, which is just insane to me that it's already February, but here we are, and so I figured, you know what? Let's bring back for a second season our Letter Prompt TBR game. So I know I have a number of new viewers since October, since the last time this video went live. So let me just talk a little bit about what this is. Essentially, this is where I talk about my media plans for the upcoming month. So I'll talk my TBR, which just stands for to be read. So the books that I plan to read, and then I will play my Letter Prompt game, which is a game that I developed last year in order to help kind of watch some things that I might not normally watch in a given month. And so it's focused on my physical media, and I have a stack of prompts here that I've printed off and placed on some cards, and then I have A through Z in a Scrabble bag that I pull a letter from, and so I match that letter with that prompt, the letter representing the first title or the first letter of the title of a new film. And so yeah, I love the game. I found some of like my favorite films from last year thanks to this Letter Prompt game, so I feel like it's time to bring it back. So that's what we're doing today, and so I am really excited to see what it is that I'm going to watch. I know what I'm going to read, I picked those myself, but I'm excited to see what I'm going to watch for the month of February. So if you guys are excited about this video, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my February 2022 TBR and TBW video. So I'll start with my TBR this month, and it will be tiny because I'm only putting 2 items on here. Not because I think I'm only going to get through 2 things, but I'm reading a book that is lengthy, and it's just taking me a while to get through in the physical form. I'll talk about it in a second. And then I'm doing an audiobook as well, which I know I'll get to other audiobooks this month, but I just have no clue where I want to go from there. And so I'm just going to stick these 2 on. And the first one here is the first, I guess it's technically the second full-length novel I'm reading on my new Kindle Paperwhite, but this is Star Wars Path of Destruction, which is actually the first book of the Darth Bane series, and this one is written by Drew Karpyshyn, I believe is how you would say that. And this is awesome so far. I am currently 26% of the way through this one, and I am loving it. This takes place I don't know how many thousands of years, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 years before the events of the first film, and we are following the creation of Darth Bane, his background to becoming who he is, and it's fascinating. I'm only, like I said, 26% of the way in. I know nothing about this character. The only reason I wanted to go with this, and I will also note this is part of the Legends line, so it is not canon anymore, which who cares? It's all, in someone's head anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's about the story that's being told, and this one is great. And so I know nothing of this character. I've just heard that this is one of the absolute best to read from the Legends line, and so I wanted to grab it. I had my Kindle, and so I spent the whatever it was on it on the Kindle store to pick this one up, and I'm so happy I did. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm hoping to finish this one this month. Star Wars Path of Destruction, written by Drew Karpyshyn. That'll be the first one, and the only one I'm doing in the physical form, even though this is technically an ebook, but you know what I mean. And then the other one I'm hoping to finish this month, which I'm sure I will. I'm about 30% of the way through this next one. This one is actually from my 22 pieces of media to read or to consume in 2022, one of the 6 books on there. And this is The Cabin at the End of the World, written by Paul Tremblay. So I just finished another Paul Tremblay book, Survivor's Song, at the end of 2021. That one was okay. Wasn't the best thing ever. I think I've read, yes, Head Full of Ghosts, I guess, was the other Paul Tremblay novel I read. And I liked that one significantly more than I liked Survivor's Song. Not that it was bad. It wasn't nearly as good as Head Full of Ghosts. And so Cabin at the End of the World is actually really good, but the audiobook that I'm doing, which I'm doing via Hoopla, fortunately it was available on there. I'm so glad I didn't spend any credits on it because this audiobook is not great. I don't want to I don't want to crap on anyone's work, you know, but it's just the narrator on this, I don't think was the right choice. You know, there's clearly talent there, but man, all the male voices sound like identical and it's hard to differentiate. And then they just sound kind of goofy. I've heard the review I read on this said like, it sounded like Barney was doing the voices. And I get where that's coming from. I don't think it's quite as bad as that makes it out to sound, but yeah, that's the only downfall. Like it's a great story, interesting story so far. I'm very intrigued on where it's going to go. It's basically a home invasion story mixed with what sounds like it's going to be like an apocalyptic tale as well. And so they just kind of revealed what has to be done or what is expected of our main family. And it's crazy. And so I'm just like super hooked on this right now. And I'm very intrigued on where it's going to go. So though the audiobook narrator is not who I would have picked for the narration, you know, it's going to get the job done and I'm going to be able to finish this story. So yeah, this one is really good so far. Like I said, I'm about 31% of the way through that one. So I know I'll finish it. And I just, honestly, I'm not sure where I'm going to go from here. I might jump back into a true crime story. I've been eyeing those in my Audible list, but I'm not sure. So that's why I'm just putting these two books on my list. So for February, I have my ebook, Star Wars Path of Destruction, and the audiobook, which is The Cabin at the End of the World, written by Paul Tremblay. So that's what I know I'm going to get through in the month of February in the reading side of things. So now let's jump over and play my Letter and Prompt TBW game to figure out what in the world I'm going to watch this month. Because I know I have a lot of new viewers now, I do want to go over the rules, which frankly, I go over the rules every month anyway, just as quickly as possible so that you guys have an understanding of what's going on here. And I will put them up on the screen so you can see them as well. So for my TBW letter and prompt game, I select a letter from the Scrabble bag, which has A to Z plus 2 blank tiles. And then I select a card from my deck of prompts, which has 26 unique prompts on them. And I would love to hear from you guys. Please give me some suggestions for new prompts down in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate that for future months. And then I'm going to find a film whose title begins with that letter and matches the chosen prompt. So it has to be a physical media pick. And though unwatched films are encouraged, I can do a rewatch if I want to. If I cannot match a film with that letter, then I just continue to move down the alphabet. So if I pick the letter A and I can't find anything, I'll move to B and so on until I can find something that matches. At the end of each round or pick, the letter will go back into the bag, but the prompt will stay out. I think on here it says for like 1 month, but I've been keeping them out pretty much for the entire year, is what I did last time. And so it'll go back in when I want to put it back in, I guess, at this point. If I do happen to pick a letter a second time, then it'll represent the director's first or last name as opposed to the title, but that happens rarely. In general, I'll pick 3 different films each month, but that is adjustable. If I want to do more 1 month, I can. If I want to do less, I can do that too, but generally speaking, I'll pick 3 each month. The trick of the game is that I have to watch every single pick by the end of the month, or I have to get rid of it. I have to unhaul it in one way or another. I can trade it, sell it. It has to leave my collection because clearly I am not that interested in watching it. So if I'm not interested in watching it, I don't need it in my collection. So out it must go. There are also 2 Joker cards, and in the past season, in season 1, as I'll call it, the Joker cards represented, both of them represented a free pick. So a save actually. And so if I didn't get to a film in that month, I could save it if I didn't want to get rid of it. Well, for season 2, the colorful Joker, because there's a colorful one and a black and white Joker, the colorful Joker will still represent a save for me for future use. I can use it at any point in the future, but once I use it, I do have to, get rid of it and it goes back into the deck of prompts. But the black and white Joker card will now represent an additional film. So if I ever draw the black and white card, Joker card, I do have to add an extra pick for that month, which will still follow those same rules that I have to complete it by the end of the month or get rid of it. So that's the only little twist here that I've added for this month. And like I said, if you have any ideas for additional prompts, please let me know. Obviously, you don't know what all the prompts are, I guess, but I don't know, just give me some ideas down in the comments. And if I don't already have it in there, I will probably use it. Going over the rules is always the most time-consuming part of this video every single time I do this. But anyway, here we are. Scrabble bag. So again, A to Z in here with 2 blank tiles. And I didn't mention it. If I do draw a blank, then that's any letter. So it can be anything. So let me pick out my first letter here. Oh, well, speaking of a blank tile, perfect. So any letter. Now let me grab my deck of prompts. In the past, I would show you, I would show me shuffling them just so you see I'm not cheating. I'm not going to cheat. That defeats the whole purpose of the game. So I'll just give them a little bit of a shuffle here, and I'm going to take the top one. What do we have? Oh, well, that is exceptionally easy. Watch a Blu-ray disc from my collection. So I just have to now find a Blu-ray disc of any sort, because it can be any title. So I will now find a Blu-ray disc that I'm going to watch for February. All right, so season 2 is starting off very easy for me, which is always cool. So I figured I would try to play this smart, because I do have 6 different items or 6 different movie categories that I'm trying to watch through in 2022. So what better way than to kick that off than by picking Bonnie and Clyde from 1967. So this corresponds with my all the 1967 Best Picture nods, because I'm trying to read the book that talks about the making of all of those films. And so this is the first one that I'll watch from that list. And yeah, I'm excited to see it. So 1967, Warden Beatty, Faye Dunaway. I've heard excellent things about this, and I've never seen it before. So this will be a first time watch for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. So 1967's Bonnie and Clyde is the any title or any letter title Blu-ray disc that I'm going to choose for February. So that prompt will go to the side, but the letter, the blank tile, will go back in. So we will draw a new one now. And if I get a blank again, it doesn't matter because it's blank. So like it could be the title, it could be the director. It doesn't really matter. Oh gosh. Okay, so I go from stupid easy to stupid hard. The letter X. What in the world is the letter X going to match up with? This is one of those that I could very potentially be moving down the list, down the alphabet to find one. So we have this one here. You can see it. I still don't know what it is. Rewatch a film you liked the first time you saw it. Oh my goodness. A film that starts with the letter X that I liked the first time I watched it. Nothing is coming to mind. I'm gonna have to look through my list of my collection app and see what I could possibly watch for this one. So let me see what I can find. So admittedly, that was as ridiculous, I guess, as I expected it to be. So a film that I liked the first time I saw it that begins with the letter X. Well, in my collection, literally the only movies I've seen is all of the X-Men series. That was it. So I figured, well, I guess we're going to go back to the start. So X-Men from 2000, directed by Bryan Singer, is going to go on the list for this month. I liked all of the X-Men movies. I don't even remember this one, to be honest with you. And so I don't know who they're fighting in this. Like, it has been so long since I've seen this. So I figured this will be good. It'll maybe feel like a first-time watch for me, even though I know I've seen this in the past. I think I saw, like, X-Men 2 was the first one I saw in theaters, and then I went back and watched the original, and then of course I've seen them all since then. But yeah, so X-Men is going on the list. Completely random. Am I super excited about rewatching X-Men? Admittedly, no, but that's alright. Sometimes you just get movies like X-Men, I guess, and so that one is going on the list. I have to admit, like, I'm a little disappointed the X is going back in the bag. I'm a little disappointed that I wasted in season 2 here my rewatch one on the letter X. Like, there's so many other movies I would have liked to rewatch that I've seen for the first time, but is what it is. That's what I got. So the luck of the draw. All right, so now we have the letter J, another interesting letter. So we'll see what J matches up with here. Hopefully a good one. All right, we'll take the top one here. Oh, upside down. All right, so there it is. What do we have? Watch a film that's a remake, a reboot, or a reimagining of another movie. Okay, so a reboot or a remake. I love remakes, and so I am really looking forward to this. So let's see what I can find for the letter J that's a reboot, or a remake, or a reimagining, a re-something. So J, that is a reboot. So this might not be everyone's idea of a reboot, but literally the word reboot is in the title, so I'm counting this. Jay and Silent Bob reboot from 2019. So first off, this slipcover is beautiful. I love this slip. It looks so nice. I guess it's the same as the cover art, but it's just really nice. Anyway, I loved the Jay and Silent Bob movies growing up, but I've never seen this reboot yet. And so why not give it a shot? I need some reboot that starts with the letter J, and this one looked like my best option here. So this one should be fun. I'm hoping I enjoy it. I have no idea. This is a much different month than normal, I will say, because a lot of times I'm going over to my like Criterion collection to find movies, my Scream Factory items, but this time I went to this specific shelf over here all 3 times. So Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is going to be the 3rd one on the list, and that one should be cool. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, but you know, I think I'm going to go one more. The month of January was such a poor month for movie viewing for me. I just didn't get around to watching many movies at all. And so I'm going to try to make up for it a little bit here. We're going to draw a 4th one and see what happens. Oh my goodness, we have another blank. So, well, that's positive. We'll see what comes of it. Let me grab my cards here real quick. Give one last shuffle. This will be the last one for this video. So let's see what the 4th week in the month of February is going to hold for me. All right, there it is. Oh, it's upside down. Oh my gosh. So like 2 stupidly easy ones to go here. This is watch a 4K disc from my collection. So I can watch literally any 4K movie from my collection. So let me go see what I want to pick for this one. Like I said earlier, I am a little bit disappointed that I got this one, watch a 4K disc from your collection, watch a Blu-ray disc from your collection, and watch a Reboot and something I loved the first time. Like, those are really good prompts, and I got all 4 of them in one video, but that's okay because I'm actually really excited about this one. Harkening back to my 22 pieces of media in 2022 list, one of the things I hope to do is to complete 100% of my 4K collection that I have from boutique labels, like Arrow Video. So Flash Gordon is one that I picked up last year that I still have yet to get around to. So this is one I need to watch for that list as well. So I will not only be knocking Bonnie and Clyde off my list for my 22 and 22, but also Flash Gordon. So this really works out because I'm going to, you know, start on both of those goals, both of those lists, and yeah, hopefully watch some really fun movies. So this is supposed to look just amazing in 4K. So I'm really excited to check this one out. You can see it's still sealed. So really looking forward to finally diving into this one. This was on my list for last year, and I didn't get around to it. So for the month of February, I am correcting that. So Flash Gordon is going to be the 4K disc I watched from my collection, and that is going to be all 4 movies this month. Let me stack them up here that I am going to watch in February. So quite an array of films. Bonnie and Clyde from 1967, X-Men from 2000, Jay and Silent Bob from 2019, and Flash Gordon from 1970-something, but I can't remember off the top of my head. 1980, it looks like. It says on the back there. So, yeah, this is a weird set of movies from my TBW game. I don't typically get ones like this, but this is cool. I'm really excited about this. I doubt there will be any, like, favorites at the end of my 2022 when I start doing my first favorite film discoveries list. But either way, still, these are probably going to be enjoyable films. So really looking forward to the month that is February. So yeah, that is my Letter and Prompt TBW game. I hope you guys liked this aspect of the video because it's always one of the most fun videos I have filming each month. All right, so the 22 other prompts and 2 Joker cards are going to go back into the deck for next month when we will play this again. And as I said in the middle of the video, please, if you guys have any ideas at all for like cool prompt ideas, please leave those in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to offer. Maybe something with my inherited movie collection. Like, I don't know. I don't want to put any ideas into your head, but if you have any ideas, leave them down below. If it's one I'm already using, then I'll just let you know. But if not, chances are I'll add it for the upcoming months here. So season 2 of my Letter and Prompt challenge has officially kicked off, and it's a weird one. Like, what a strange set of films. If you guys are repeat viewers and you've watched me do this in the past, you'll know that these are not typically what I get, but hey, I'm excited for them. They should be a lot of fun to watch. On the TBR side, 2 really good books so far that I'm excited to finish. So those are my reading and viewing plans for the month of February. And I would love to hear from you guys. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you playing? What are you, whatever. What are you doing in the world of media for the month of February? I haven't asked you guys in a while, so leave whatever you're doing down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, as you can tell here, I don't just talk one thing media, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.